Hey guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you a warm-up that you can do before your aerial yoga practice. It's going to be focused on the shoulders because that's the central point in the upper body that we use a lot in aerial. So to begin, we're going to get started inside of the hammock. So grab that edge that's closest to you. And we're going to face our back to that edge. So come towards the front of the mat, bring those thumbs inside. We're going to grab 3 times. Creeping those hands along, gathering about 3 rounds of the hammock. Come back, the hands are wider than the hips so that we can sink those hips down and inside of the hammock. Bring the hammock towards the knees. So we're going to start with our arms straight up, so reaching up high. Let's take an inhale. We're going to bring the hands on the inside edge of the hammock and just start to lean the chest forward. So you'll notice that the front of the shoulders and the chest start to open. And maybe the gaze naturally starts to look down. Let's bring the chin into the chest. And let's start to bring the chin over to one side and then over to the other side. Do that 2 times, over to one side, over to the other side. And bring that chin back into center. We're going to inhale, lift that chin up high. And then exhale, bring the chin back into the chest. One more time, inhale, lift the chin up high. And then exhale, bring the chin into the chest, stay there. And then rock from one side to the other. Swaying the head from one side to the other. That's it. And we'll come meet back in center. Let's start to release the hands. We're going to lay back down inside of the fabric. So grab that back edge. And release the hammock over the top of the head. Reach the arms and inside of the hammock. So the whole upper body's inside the hammock. Let's take an inhale here. And then on the exhale, we're going to make a C shape with our body. So the knees and fingers are going to reach towards the same side. And then we come back through center. Knees and fingers reach to the other side. Back through center. Continue swaying from side to side like that. We'll take one more sway to each side. Feeling into the side body, into those shoulders. Coming and meeting back in center. We're going to reach up, grab onto that back edge of the fabric, pull out, shoulders over the hips and keep the arms out wide behind you. So we're going to start to, again, lean the chest forward, opening up through the chest and the front of the shoulders this time. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Relax the shoulders, relax and gently move forward. Slow stretch. Let's start to bring the shoulders back over the hips. You'll notice that a tension starts to occur between the hands and the hammock. Let's start to actively flex our wrists. So bring those fingers straight up to the sky if you can. Noticing what point you need to be at for that stretch to occur. And you might start to feel a little bit of tingling sensation in the thumb side of the hand, which is what we're looking for actually. So flexing those hands. Take one more big breath here. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Sink a little deeper into that stretch. Let's start to release the hammock and grab the whole back edge. And we're going to lower our torso down, keeping a straight arm, looking up towards the plumb line. Keep a long neck and let's pull up. Bring the elbows on the outside of the hammock and then lower back down. We'll do that 5 times. So inhale, we reach up. Exhale, baby, pull up, down. Pull it up and lower down. That's 3, 2 more. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, lower down with control. Shoulders away from the ears. 1 more time, pull it up. Lower down. We're ending at a pulled up position. So pull last time up. And then we're going to come into a back strengthening pose. So reach across the hammock for the opposite side, across the front with our one hand. And then across the back side, we reach for the other side of the hammock. So we're creating a cross with our forearms. We're then going to pull the hands together, which is going to turn us to the back of our space until that cross comes onto the hammock. We're then going to pull our arms apart, pop the head over the top of the cross, and then lower back down. Pulling apart and lower back down, control. 3 more times, 5 in total. Together, pull it apart, lower back down. One more time, pull it apart, lower back down. We're gonna release to the front with control. Control that hammock all the way to the front. Releasing the hammock, and we'll do the other side. So reach across the front with the opposite hand, and then that other hand reaches around the back side to create that cross shape in our forearms. Pull the hands together. We're gonna start to turn towards the back of our space. Bring that cross into the fabric. So now the fabric is crossed. We're then going to pull apart, pop that head over the top, and then lower down. Pull apart 5 times, lower down. Pull it apart, lower it down. That's it, pull it apart, lower it down. One more time, pull it apart, lower it down. With control, we swing back to the front of our space. Release the hammock here. Take some figure eights with the wrists. So drawing some figure eights. Noticing as well where the shoulders want to be. So maybe the figure eights are facing towards the ground. Maybe we reach them up towards the sky. Come back in the opposite direction. So figure eights in the opposite direction. Pinky leading this time. 3, 2, 1, and release that one. We're going to come and face one side of the hammock. Grab that edge, push it away. So the hands that's across the body, that's going to push the hammock away. And then the leg that's closest to that side of the hammock that we're pushing away is going to come to the other side, to the back side. So releasing that foot to the back edge with grace until we come into this straddle shape here. So straddling inside of the hammock. We're going to inhale, raise those hands up high, reach up. Gripping onto either edge of the hammock in front of us. We're going to shrug the shoulders up to the ears and then shrug the shoulders away, lift out slightly. So lift the hips up as you pull up through the hands, pushing the shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, raise the shoulders up to the ears, lower down. And then inhale, shrug the shoulders away from the ears. Shrug the shoulders up and then lower them down, pulling up. Let's do 3 more of those. Lower down. Pull it up, lower down, pull up, lower down. One more time, pull it up and lower it down. That's it. We're gonna get our hand that's on the back side to grab the front edge of the hammock, grab it in a bunch, and we're gonna push it away 5 times. So elbow stays in close to the body as we push the hammock away. We might start to swing a little bit here, that's okay. That's 3, 2 more, push it away. Control it as it comes back in. Last one. So reaching up high on the hammock, we're going to bring our foot that's behind us, so that back edge is going to come down in a parallel position with the back edge of the mat, which is going to, and we're going to straighten that back leg as well. The hammock's naturally going to come into the groin on that back leg. Reach up with that hand that's towards the back of our space. And start to lean the elbow onto that front knee. And your foot may not touch the ground. The heel may not be able to touch the ground. That's okay. Raise it up. This is our side angle warrior 2, where we're going to begin here. Let's start to release that hammock that's up above. Release the hand grip that's up above. And inhale, reach forward with that top arm. And then reach it back through the middle of the hammock. Filling into that shoulder motion, shoulder mobility, reach it up and forward, overhead. Reach it towards the front of the space and then bend the elbow, cactus the arm. Bring the arm back through the middle of the hammock. Inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, elbow comes through the center. One more time, inhale, reach up and over. And then exhale, elbow comes through the middle. That's it. We're gonna reach up and over. Start to extend that leg that's in the front of our space towards the ground. Press the tricep or the outer arm, the shoulder, against the knee to open up through the chest. Continue looking down, or maybe we start to look up towards that top hand or plumb line. That's it. Take an inhale. Exhale, open up. Twist a little further. Let's start to bring the elbow back onto that knee. Reach up overhead with that top arm. Engage the core, start to float both arms ahead, reaching like we're grabbing a big beach ball. Engage, that's it. 1, 2, 3. Reach up overhead, grab that hammock again. Reaching forward with that front arm, we're going to gently float that front foot off of the ground. So you'll notice that the weight starts to come into the hand, and if it's not, we need to lift those hips up a little bit out of the hammock to bring the weight into the hand grip. So just practicing holding strength in the hand grip, building that hand grip strength, warming up the hands. Let's be here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the release the hips into the hammock, release that hand grip over the overhead. And we're going to push the back edge of the hammock along the thigh back into the knee joint. Coming back into that straddle position. Let's do that again on the other side. So reaching up overhead, let's do those shoulder shrugs. We'll do 3 rounds this time, so shoulders are up near the ears, and then we pull up, shoulders pull down away from the ears. Lower down, and then pull up. Lower down, and pull up. And end in lowering down. We're then going to bring that hammock edge into the groin on that front leg. Foot is parallel, heel on the ground. Warrior stance here. Let's start to bring that elbow onto the knee. And we're going to reach up overhead with that top arm for a side angle pose. Inhale, reach long. And then exhale, bring that arm back through the center, straight. And then up over the top, reach overhead. And then exhale, bring the elbow, cactus the arm, feeling into that shoulder joint, and then extend the arm, reach overhead. Bend the elbow through the middle of the hammock, and then extend, reach overhead. One more time. Bend the elbow, reach through the middle of the hammock, and then extend overhead. We're going to start to reach down towards the ground. Reach and grab hold of the hammock. Extending that arm that's closest to the ground, reaching towards the ground, pressing the outer edge of the arm against the inner knee to find a twist and open up through the chest and shoulder here. Inhale, find length. Exhale, can you twist and open the chest a little bit more towards the sky? Maybe we lift that gaze, maybe we stay looking down, depending on how the neck is feeling today. One more breath here. Let's start to release, so bring the elbow back onto the knee. Reach up overhead with that top arm, releasing the hammock. Reach both arms overhead, grabbing a big beach ball. Take a big inhale here, engage the core. Exhale. Let's start to reach and grab back onto the hammock. We're going to release that foot off of the ground, that foot that's at the front, the bent leg. Extending with that front arm. Notice if you need to reach up a little bit more so you can lift the hips up out of the hammock. Feeling into that hand grip, making it stronger. One side is probably going to be weaker than the other. Just notice, no need to judge. Let's take an 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release the hips back into the hammock. Bring that other edge into the kneecap, coming back into the straddle pose here. We're going to reach up and then around the back side of the hammock, reaching for opposite elbows. So opening up through the chest, through the front of the shoulders, or the underside of the shoulders. Releasing any fatigue that might be in the hands, in the forearms, triceps, biceps, and shoulders. Take one more breath here, maybe lean that head into the front side of the hammock, or on the hammock that's in front of you. And taking a last breath here. When you finish that breath, let's release each elbows, pushing that hammock that's in front of you away so we can slip that back leg back to the front, coming back into that seated position that we started in. Twisting the hammock back underneath, that's it. Let's take an inhale, reach up and bring the hands through the middle. We're gonna wrap the arms underneath our knees, bring the chin into the chest, lowering down and relaxing the neck. Take an inhale, open up through the back of the body. Exhale, sink, relax. One more inhale. Exhale, relax, open up through the back of the shoulders. On that next inhale, we're gonna roll the spine back to standing. Head comes last, bring the shoulders inside of the hammock. Coming back to center. That's the end of our warm up. Practice this as much as you need to before any of your other practices. This is also great for warming up and strengthening some of those muscles that we use a lot in our aerial practice. If you enjoyed this warm-up sequence, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up below this video, and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. I'd love to hear from you also. What other aerial yoga content would you like to see? Let me know in the comments below. Finally, if you're interested in taking your aerial yoga practice to the next level, then check out the Aerial Yoga Life course. It's a 25-day program that helps beginners improve their strength and skills on the hammock at home. There's currently over 20 hours of content spanning 130 videos, so if you're interested in that, you can watch one 45-minute training session for free in order to learn more. The link is in the description below. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.